no control being born a male, but it's up to you to become a man. Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Jacob's Life Tips. In this video, we'll be looking at some of the ways you can start your journey into manhood. With my advice, you'll surely be an exemplary example that other men look up to. We will be covering the mind, body and spirit. But firstly, let's look at the mind. Admit your mistakes, but never apologise for them. We can learn so much more from our mishaps and mess-ups than we ever could from our successes. Our mistakes help shape us into the person we are today. Do you really think you should have to apologise for that? Now, some might say, well, you know, what if you do something that you feel bad for? Shouldn't you apologise for that? But part of embracing the message of this video is taking the necessary time to plan out your actions and consider the possible consequences of them, thus allowing you to to not do something that you may later regret. Familiarise yourself with a little something called the bro code. This is a list of ever-evolving but never-changing rules that we should all strive to maintain, for without them, who knows where we'll be, how many friendships would have been lost. There are many brilliant guides to this list, but just to get you rolling, here are a few that I always try to maintain on a daily basis. Enjoy. A bro does not challenge/dare another bro with a challenge that they wouldn't do themselves. If a dare is turned down, the challenger must then attempt this dare before ridicule is permitted. A bro never gets lost. He has merely found an alternative route. If two bros know the same story, then the bro who is less known among the group shall tell it. Now let's move on to the body. These are physical elements outside of the individual. For example, you should not own more than 5 pairs of shoes. The types are as follows. Sandals for barbecues on the beach with the family. Walking boots for those hikes in the mountains with the lads. Trainers for fun nights out in town with the boys. Posh shoes, we're talking something leather with stitches, that kind of stuff for things like job interviews and the role of being a groomsman. And finally, but by no means least, comfy pair of slippers. I prefer the sort of wintry type with that bit at the back, the stubby fits coming out, but it all comes down to preference, whatever goes. Shoes are particularly important, as studies show that shoes are the first clothing item a woman will notice on a man. Interestingly, studies also show that the chest is the first body part a woman will notice. This nicely brings us on to our next segment. Now, for the actual body aspect. There's a fair bit of debate on being ripped versus having what's classed as a dad bod, which for those of you who don't know is having a high fat percentage with low muscle mass. Now, the answer may seem obvious, but I would like to point out that Magic Mike only grossed 167 million, while Shrek grossed about 484 mil. So who are we to say? I mean, both are good. The films, not the never mind. Just go. So moving swiftly on, clothes. Now, my theory is that there are two types of dresses: the selfless and the selfish. Despite their names, neither one is particularly good or bad. Allow me to explain. The selfless dress to impress. They necessarily ones that are the most comfortable. They dress to allow others to notice them. A good example could be jeans, as they are generally tight, so will likely not feel as pleasant as other options, but tend to look good as they emphasize curves. The selfish will dress for comfort instead of what's currently trendy. A good example of these are sweatpants. They are made entirely for comfort, without considering aesthetic appeal, likely because the majority of those wearing these are on a couch eating ice cream out of a tub and not planning to rejoin society for a while. Fun fact, my dad calls these fondling trousers based on how easy it would be to... you catch the gist.
Not like those trousers.
Gist, Jack, with a T. Jesus. Keep in mind that these are just theories, with no real evidence behind them, apart from simple observation. But with all that said, it's time to move on to perhaps the most important aspect, the spirit of manliness. So a good start is a man's principles. For example, one should never lie, not for any moral reasons, which quite frankly are a waste of time and hold us back as a society and as individuals, but because, as far as I can see, there are two main reasons to lie. Number one, to cover up something you did wrong, which implies you're capable of doing wrong, and after watching this video, you'll know how to do no wrong. Secondly, is to make yourself seem better than you actually are. But as they say, how can you improve perfection? And with my help, you'll know how to improve yourself to the point where you have no need to lie. Another good point is competition. Men are, by nature, competitive. So this is probably a good idea to talk about. Two quotes come to mind. Win with humility, lose with grace, but do both with dignity. And anyone can bear victory, but only the mighty can bear defeat. You get the gist of what this is saying. Do everything you can to win, except from cheating, of course. No one should win by breaking the rules. But also learn how to accept defeat. Of course, there is the real famous concept of manspreading, which, if you don't know, is when a male takes up as much physical space as possible. This will go past the point of reason, and even in extreme circumstances, to the point of pain. The three basic levels are as follows. Level 1. Good. On a seat, legs sprawled out. Level 2. Gooder. One leg on the bench, both arms on the table. Level 3. Gooderist. Actually laying on the table like a starfish with all limbs sprawled out. This establishes your dominance and will intimidate other lesser males into leaving your territory. So, in summary, you have no need to lie. You are amazing as you are. Never win by cheating. Always dress to impress. Take care of your fellow men. And always take up as much physical space as possible. Embrace the mind, body and soul, and take heed of what I have said. With this advice, no one will ever be questioning your masculinity. And with that said, it's time to end this video, reassured in the knowledge that my loyal fans can now go and be the best man they are capable of being. So it's time for you to go and impress others with this knowledge. And if all else fails, there's a particularly nice quote I'd like to leave you with, which is quite simply, be the man your grandmother already thinks you are. I think that's quite beautiful. Thank you for watching. Once again, I have been your host, Jacob Vile. I'll give thanks to Jack Sparrow, taking cameraman duties and occasionally the actor in some scenes. This has been How to Be a Man in the second instalment of Jacob's Life Tips. Good night and Godspeed.